In this set of words, we're using the T-I-O-N for the shun sound. So quite often when you hear shun at the end of a word, you know to write T-I-O-N. That's the most common way of writing it. So our words are caption, question, reaction, direction, emotion, equation, operation, presentation, dedication, and explanation. Now this is quite a good set to break up into your syllables. But do remember too, some of the phonics that are coming through are, you've got the Q, U, you always have a U after a Q. In direction, it's not actually an R control vowel, we'd be splitting that between the I and the R because the I is making a long vowel sound. Same as in reaction, you're splitting the E from the A in the way you say that. And we've got another QU down here. Operation, you actually have an R control vowel with the ER. Presentation, dedication, explanation. Just be careful that you're doing every part of that of each of those syllables when you're writing them. The phonics in it is quite simple because we're getting into some longer words. Now if we look at the meanings of these words, a caption could be a description or a label that we put on a picture or an article. A question is when we inquire about something, or it could also mean when you challenge the truth of something, you question why something has happened. A reaction is a response. A direction could be the route we take to go somewhere, or it could be directions in how to complete something, how to do something, the instructions that we must follow. An emotion is a feeling. An equation is a symbol or formula that we use to calculate a sum. An operation could be surgery, or it could be the process that we go through to do something. A presentation could be a performance. It could be a show or a display where we present information. Dedication could be an inscription in a book, or it could be a commitment to do something. And an explanation is where we clarify or describe or answer a question. These words, we've got the shun ending. So when you hear shun at the end of a word, you know to most of the time write T-I-O-N. That's the common spelling for the shun sound at the end of words. So we've got caption, question, reaction, direction, emotion, equation, operation, presentation, dedication, explanation. Now we went through the word meanings yesterday with you, so we won't do it again today, but there's a sample of the meanings that we've discussed, and you just have to write the list word next to each of those. Down the bottom you've got to write the base word, so you have to identify what that might be and write it on the line. Fill in the gaps with the list word just to show you know the meaning of these words. Now down the bottom you've got a proofreading exercise. So you're going to see straight up that you're going to have to put in the capital letters. There are spelling mistakes. You're going to have to look at the form. Sometimes we've used a verb in the incorrect form, so you'll have to change it to suit the piece of writing here. And there may even be nouns that you need to change from plural to singular, or other changes. Lots of spelling mistakes in it too for you. In this list we're revising that T-I-O-N is a common way of spelling the shun sound at the end of words, such as caption, question, reaction, direction, emotion, equation, operation, presentation, dedication, and explanation. Here you have to work out which noun fits the sentence to make these sentences make sense, and you're going to write them in their plural forms. Now down here you've got to make the word and write it in a sentence, so you're going to have questionable, questionnaire, emotional, operational, and explanatory. Down the bottom you have to write a list of adjectives for these words. I'd expect that you could find at least 3 adjectives for each of these words. If possible, do more. We've given you lots of space, but just see how you go. In this list we're looking at the sh sound in the middle of words. So we know at the start or end of a short word we can use SH for the sh sound. We don't like it in the middle unless it's part of a compound word in which you're adding ship, like friendship. And the only two words where we do have SH in the middle for the sound are cushion and fashion, and that's because they're actually not English words, they're French words. So what do we commonly use for the sh sound in the middle of a word? We can use TI, SI, CI or XI. There's only a couple of words that have XI in them though, like anxious. And SI can also say jeune as well as shun. So you just have to be careful of that. Now on this page we're actually using words with the CI and the TI for the sh sound. TI and the CI. So you have to, so the CIAN is added to a word to describe an occupation. So beautician. So what we need you to do here is to tell us what those jobs are. What is the occupation? What does a beautician do, etc. You can work your way through those. Now down here we're going to ask that in your groups you time yourselves to see how long it takes you to fill in the A to Z of shun words. There are many, many of them. We commonly use TION for the shun sound at the end of words. It's very common. So here we're using IAN, and here, if you note, we're using ION. So just be aware of it, but they have different functions too.